Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Thursday evening. And I was called to this live. I was called to this live through deep thoughts and the guidance of the Holy Spirit. And I know you've been following social media and you'd have seen me with certain amount of regularities. Some, yes, met some real conceited people that when they look and they see it is me, that is the level of truth. They know nonsense, man. They just run as fast and even faster than Usain Bolt because of the status of themselves, right? Now, a liar don't like to hear truth, and a truth teller don't like to hear lies. Wicked people don't like to see people who are not wicked, right? Them are wicked people like wicked people, right? So if I am not wicked, I'm not a liar, then these people who are wicked, homosexual, all of those things, arrogant, all of those things, certainly, for sure, as God make Moses, you're not going to like me. Because if you like me, the Bible not right. The only time you will ever like a man like me when you are that is when you change. Is when you repent. Then your spirit will now get to meet with my spirit. But as long as your spirit not meeting with my spirit, you're not going to like me. And mark you, here what I teach is life, I teach is love, I teach is peace, I teach is happiness, I teach is protection. All of those. If you are none of those, then you're not going to like what I am teaching, right? Righteousness, then and you're not going to like it, right? Certainly. And one of the most what was called a brawling thing to show you up is social media. The social media that you love so very much, right? And they I don't want to be too hard because this is a limited amount of time I decided to spend on this live, 45 minutes or so, right, to bring this message to you. But as I am led by the Holy Spirit to say these things before I get into the meat of the matter, right, because there are people in Jamaica right now who are annoyed when truth has been spoken. People in Jamaica is annoyed with a generous person. People in Jamaica are annoyed with a loving person, right? Right? People are annoyed with a peaceful person, right? Yes, right now. And if you find yourself annoyed with all the positive people, check yourself because you're wrecking yourself. If you just look for me, that's all. You're on the screen, that's all. Just look for me and you don't like me. Just look for me and just told me, look, my front teeth gone. And make me this are the things for me. I say, go check yourself, man. Something wrong. Something wrong. Something is not right about you. Check yourself. If I haven't said nothing to disturb your mind, right? And you hate me, that means that you're wicked. Check yourself. I haven't done anything to disturb you, rob you, or hurt you. You only see the individual, hear him preach righteousness, hear him teach happiness, and you don't like him, you're wicked. So these are the people we're gonna look at into this short episode here that will be taken from the book of Isaiah, chapter 2, it's from verse 6 to 22, right? Right? So the reason why I'm so persistent, I just want you not to wreck yourself. So I prefer ask you to check yourself more than sending you to wreck yourself. I just want you to check yourself, because I've noticed a lot of ignorancy. Yes, lots of ignorancy. And what you may probably call ignorance is not what the book determines as ignorance. Right? So, ignorance is just mean you lack the knowledge of the thing. And I have seen that. Right? I have seen that. You lack the knowledge of many things. Right? Even to know when you are arrogant. Right? You lack that knowledge also. So stick around and you will learn arrogance. What is arrogance? Zulu of a so we call. Good evening, and good evening to all my viewers at this moment as we go through this biblical scripture. It will showcase a lot of you and a lot of other person. Right? So I just want you not to be upset with me, and that is the reason why I'm taking it from the Bible, because I could say it without the Bible. But seeing as you treasure the Bible so much, I will read it from the Bible, because as it is as truth as darkness is to light. Right? What I'm gonna read here, entitled Arrogance will be destroyed. Right? At some point in time, arrogance will be destroyed. If you're in the Jamaica area right now, you would have seen where this minister has to give up, have to resign because of his arrogance. Arrogance is destructive. Right? Arrogance it can only harm you, right? But a lot of people do not know arrogancy. So they lived in their arrogance day after day. They live in their ignorance day after day, until ignorance and arrogance damage them. Right? And that is what happens right now. Through arrogance, the minister lost his portfolio position in the House of Parliament. Through arrogance, the Trelawney Northern what you call it, caretaker, lost his position through arrogant speech. That's not an ignorant speech. It's an arrogant speech he had made, and he had lost his opportunity to serve the people. Right? So we have to be careful of arrogance and ignorant speeches. Right? It is now time that we put away hype, because a lot of this arrogance comes through hyping. Yes. And arrogance is very destructive. I know a lot of you. I know. I see some just a run up. I see some just a scroll a go so, right? Because they knew. There's another one, a wicked one that called conceitedness. See, when you become conceited, when you're arrogant, when you're ignorant, and you're conceited without humility, mighty God of Daniel, man, you are nothing more than a time bomb walking there can explore at any time. Yes. When you're arrogant, you're ignorant, and you're conceited. Right? You're nothing more than a time bomb. When you're conceited, you know to yourself that what you said is damaging. You know to yourself that what you said is not right. But through your pride, you make it because you want to keep that pride up there. The same one what we call hype, right? You want to keep that pride up there. So you tell yourself, say, me not care. Me not care. Right? And the reason why you do that, because God is not like man. Right? That's the reason why. Right? If it was now, like in the days of Ananias and Sapphira, that when as you lie, so you're dead. If it was now that as you produce this level of ignorance and arrogance and pride and conceitedness, you're dead, uno than tapi. Uno that they top it, uno that learn to know the ignorance, the arrogance, the conceitedness, right? Right? You would have learned it, you'd have put more interest to know what they are, because you find out that it is detrimental to you, right? Rub on the repellents, because if the mosquito bite you, it will give you dengue. Don't you rub it on? Yes. Because you don't want the mosquito to give you dengue, because it will kill you, right? So you take all the necessary precaution, right? For the dengue, the mosquito not bite you, right? So if you did know, if it was in the time of Ananias and Sapphira that you're dead as you do these things according to the Bible, right? Right? You would have never do it, but you not get so complacent in God and His time. But one day, time is gonna run out on you. Tychicus, how you talking so much this evening? You know, when you talk at this level, you pick up more enemy, especially on the internet. You know? Yeah? You know, say you pick up more. Some people started to unfollow you when you talk these levels of truth. Some people don't even tap the screen to give you a likes. You don't know, say when you talk these levels of truth here, you don't get no likes it because of the conceitedness of the people, right? Yes, they don't support the things that is good, right? Arrogance will be destroyed, right? Let's hear the author of this book, or what he said about arrogance. It's now 6:26. We go up until the hour 7, right? Right? So we're going to look at arrogance from Isaiah chapter 2, verse 6. And it reads like this: O God, you have forsaken your people, the descendants of Jacob. The land is full of magic practices from the east and from from Philistia. Now, make we just, the land is filled of magic practices. You see the level of arrogance? How many people knew magic different from miracle? How many people knew the difference between magic and miracle? Right? How many people using magic, right, and say they are blessed? How many people running around with luck and say they are blessed? Magic is luck. Magic practices. Where I am in Jamaica today, magic takes over. Magic practices takes over because of the arrogance and the ignorance and the conceitedness and the wickedness and the pride of the people. Right? That's why arrogance takes over. And it seems to be blind leading blind at this point in time. Right? All right? The land is full of magic practices from the east and from Philistia. The people follow foreign custom. Now, the people follow foreign custom. Now, we here in Jamaica, we take up everything the foreigner them do. Them culture, them talk, them everything. We in Jamaica calling our children kids. You think I don't yet originate foreign practices. Right? I see it here. I'm not lying. That's why I tell you, I could tell you this without the Bible, but you, I know you treasure the Bible. I'm reading it to you. Right? We take up all the custom of foreigners till we don't even want to look like ourselves. We want to look like foreigners. The women are buying Italian hair, want to look like they are from Italy. They are buying Brazilian hair, want to look like they are from like they are Brazilian. They want to look like somebody else and not themselves. Right? And that is plain ignorance, arrogance, and pride. Plainly. So if you do not know what is arrogance, I'm going to take it to you. Right? That you can take a hold of yourself. And after you finish this live, go and regurgitate. And just bring up back what I was saying and look at yourself. As Michael Jackson said, I'm talking to the man in the mirror. And go and examine yourself to see if you're arrogant. Go see if you're ignorant. Right? Right? Who you are. First, you got to know yourself. You got to know who you are. And you got to try and be the best of whom you are. If you want the best, you don't have to look like the rest. You don't have to look like the rest to be the best. Right? The people follow foreign custom. Their land is full of silver and gold, and there is no end to their treasures. Now, when you equate Jamaica to this statement here, right? Everything that Jamaica, oh mighty God of Daniel, everything there, you're rich. But foreigner come and explore the land until we say, here says no good man. You're no good. Because we lack the ability to do our own exploration. And come the 6th of August, we are going to celebrate an independence. That in itself is arrogance and ignorance. Right? And to find an explorer we said we not have none, right? And look and see how far them come from. Come say them find oil in Jamaica, right? A Jamaican could not do the exploration, right? Right? We have to send abroad for people to do the exploration, right? And when they found it out, they turned the corner of their mouth here and said, oh, it is useless, nothing found. But said to their counterpart, from which part of the world they come from, our rich place, this them have, you know, them don't know what them have, you know. They don't know what them have down there, you know, right? We must find some way in robbing them of it. That's what we have. Because what we have, because we lack respect and self-discipline, right? We don't even know the good things about the land that we are on. We don't even see that if we take care of it, it will take care of us, right? But we prefer to leave to go to another man's land, right? Some of us living comfortable in Jamaica and gone on other people's backside, right? Yes, because they do not know what they want. Nobody's men leave, gone. Me no want a Jamaican woman and go foreign, go live in hell. Same thing happens to the females, right? But what they have to encounter with up there after they left their native land, right? That's arrogant, right? That's ignorance, right? That's nonsensical. As much Saigon. Get back that contact number, Saigon. Because I was really troubled and I was really worried, right? So you know how to contact me, right? Yes, right? I know a one Saigon. All right? Right, yeah, all right. Yes, and the things they have to encounter in other people's territory, right? Right, and they left their rich country before they stay here and build it. They tried their endeavor best to destroy what we have here, right? When you listen to the Northern Trelawney caretaker, you can see he was on a roll of destroying the country, right? He was on a roll. Mark you, listen carefully. Arrogance brings ignorance when you ignore knowledge. Kutsa. Then, Zulu, let me tell you something. One of the commonest practice in Jamaica where me live, right? When pride take them over and you try to teach them, they said, I don't know and I don't want to know. That is the highest level of arrogance and ignorance at the same time. Yes, yes. I don't know and I don't want to know. Once you ignore knowledge, you're living dangerously. Once you said you don't want to know, you are living dangerously, right? Dangerously. You are subject to just drop dead when you say, you know, want knowledge. It's like a man who would have refused vagina and take the rectum, right? You know, much better than the man them when they refuse Lot 2 virgin daughter. refuse life, right? Yes, from you refuse knowledge, right? And these amongst the so-called Christians in our space, when you try to bring them, get them out of their indoctrinatory book and religious practices, right? Yes, yes, if you step on my clocks, you're in trouble. Yes, but you're not going to step on clocks. Yeah? You're not going to step on clocks, man. You just say one thing about them party leader, man, and you're in a trouble. You're in a trouble. Right? Just say one little thing about them party leader. And you see what happened? Remember now, you make no physical connection, right? Right? You just say something about their party leader. At the same time, when them a push the knife in a, they're hungry like dog, right? Right? The person when them a kill you for, right? Right? Never give them a night dinner. Plain arrogance, right? Plain ignorance. So, if you do not know what it meant to be arrogant, what it meant to be ignorant, here it is, right? Here it is. And if you're watching right now and you know of an arrogant and ignorant person, share this live unto them. It will do them more good than bad. It will make them know who they are and the difference between arrogance and ignorance and the danger it poses to one's life. Yes? Yes? Yeah. When you're ignorant, when you lack the knowledge, anybody can come tell you, say, when you go to America, you can sit down on one light post and people pay you, on the top of a light post. When you're arrogant, you're ignorant, because you know not. You don't know. So you left on and say you're going to sit down on top of a light post to get pay. Right? Because the one where I come and there tell you, say, yeah man, I saw it go. Right? And you pick up yourself, run gone. Like I said before, lot of people, lots of couples leave their good, nice relationship in Jamaica. So them a go foreign, go look foreign woman and foreign man. Right? 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 And they end up in all kind of situation. Right? Right? All kind of situation they would have end up in. Right? And that's the time them are going to say, why, if me did know, my mother always said the word, if me did know, you now find it a front, a back, it walk. Right? And if you want to avoid saying, if me did know, now you planned your things properly. Right? Before you move, check all the circumstances, dot all the I's and cross all the T's before you come to a final decision. Sometimes it's just one phone call, not even phone call again, because this young generation don't even like phone call again. Just one text, right? You know how many female just sex after just one text. Oh, you're not hearing me either? Come on, let me know what is going on here. Oh, okay. It's back. Oh, okay. Oh, well, anything will happen here when Tychicus is on, because, like I said, you cannot tell a liar about truth, right? They won't like you. So I cannot be here spitting out all these deep truth, and people are benefit from people who are ignorant and arrogant, because people are benefiting from these practices. There are people who do not want people to be to get rid of that stigma that surrounds them, right? And when people like me now would come on and trying to shed some light on it, right? They are going to sabotage it, right? We know that, right? We know that. And they want me to go to the levels of the people them who come on social media and cuss out one another and talk some derogative things and ray. And those people video in a second lights up the place. Those people live is so well attended, right? And without being disturbed, right? But live like these, because certain people has the handle to do so, you call it in the matrix world, right? In the ages of the algorithms, yes, they can afford to do these things, right? Right? Thank you. All right, let's continue. Their land is full of silver and gold, and there is no end to their treasures. Their land is full of horses, and there is no end to their chariots, because of their ignorance. Them don't know nothing about the land where them live in, right? Right? And there is no end to their chariots. Their land is full of idols, coming to that, and they worship objects that they have made with their own hands. If you walked around in Jamaica, where I am, and you're going to churches, and you see the amount of false white Jesus in it, Tychicus, behave yourself, man. Right? Right? Yeah? If you walk in Jamaica and see the levels of idolatry that's in this country, the land of my birth, the levels of idolatry, right? The levels of idol worshipping in this country. When you go in a Christian house, 99 teddy bear upon them bed. Some of them not have no man, right? So when night them cold, them hug up the teddy bear, idol worshipping. And now you first come tell me, blood of Jesus against you. Me no want a man. And when nature ring you, when nature rang you around the sun, and you feel lonely, you grab the teddy bear and pretend that that's your man. That's idol worshipping. Idol worshipping. That is plain arrogance and ignorance. Both of them together, right? That is both arrogance and ignorance together, right? Find yourself a man. In the book of Genesis, the book said, a man to a woman and a woman to a man. I never see a woman to a teddy bear, or a woman to a dildo, or a woman to a cucumber, right? I never see that in the book of Genesis, right? Where the order was, and I'm quite sure at Mount Sinai, God never put that in on the tablets. Right? Right? So how comes you, Mr. Cool Stacer, how comes you adapt those? Where you get it from? Jamaican. Specifically. Which other country you go pick up them custom? Right? And carry it come here. We are loving people. Right? We love to curdle our one another, man to man. Right? The woman like to feel the roughness of the man's beard, tickling them on their jaw. Right? Yes. 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 Wanna get these practices from mighty God of Daniel. Right? This live goes up until 7 o'clock. So I trust you're learning what is idolatry here. Right? Right? I trust you are passing this on to someone who is ignorant of this fact. Right? Right? So let's go a little further. All right? Their land is full of idols, and they worship objects that they have made with their own hands. Or who make the teddy bear? The teddy bear comes out of a womb? Who makes a dildo? Did the dildo come out of a womb? Does the dildo have blood? Can the dildo make the increase that man are ordered to do and be fruitful and multiply? Can answer my question. Don't stay away from me. Rebut me. Tell me when me wrong. Tell me say me wrong. Right? Challenge me. Instead of cuss me. Instead of run off the life. Don't run off the life, man. Challenge me, man. Right? Because we know when something registered in you, and probably you may see your parents, your everybody doing that and comfortable with it, and hear me now speaking against it. Yeah? But deep down you see what I am saying is true. Because what I'm doing, I'm now igniting your brain to the facts of life. Right? And causing you now to think deeper. Right? Instead of just every day you get up and you just think about if he's a man, I'm a cat you over there, so you know, and you understand? Who told you about the audio book? Oh, you're talking to Sasa. All right. Everyone will be humiliated and disgraced. Do not forgive them, Lord. Why? Why Isaiah is saying the Lord should not forgive them? You know the reason why? Because Isaiah were telling them over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And they would have never heard Isaiah. Right? They cursed Isaiah. They put Isaiah in jail. They prisoned him. Because Isaiah was telling them the truth. And that's the danger. To be a truth speaker, the first thing you have to do, you have to be courageous. Right? You have to be courageous to be a truth speaker and adopt a principle of I don't care as long as I'm speaking the truth. Be confident of the truth you speak. Right? Right? So it gives you the courage, that courage to go out there and chat it. Right? Chat it the way I am chatting it. right? With confidence that these people are arrogant, they're ignorant, they're filled with pride, they're destroying themselves with their pride. I'm confident. I've seen the minister of works destroy himself with his ignorance and his pride, right? Destroy himself, lost his job, right? Has to resign, right? Ignorance. And that's the basis in which I am speaking this evening, because I felt it. You want to serve your country, right? And you just fail to be humble so you can serve the people properly, right? You wanted to use the power of Nebuchadnezzar, right? And powered everyone. And I'm quite sure the ruling party realized that. And that's why you have seen the stone face up on the leader from the other day. Because he realized that God is not pleased. God is not pleased with something in Jamaica today. Right? Because we have been ruled and run under bullyism, arrogance, and pride. Yes? Yes. Arrogance, pride taking us over. Oh, only 6 minutes to go, right? Everyone will be humiliated and disgraced. Do not forgive them, Lord. They will hide in caves in the rocky hills or dig holes in the ground to try and escape from the Lord's anger and to hide from his power and glory. That no, I just going to stop right here and probably take it up back after probably tomorrow morning or so on. And listen here, but I must have to expound on this on. Now, October 29 or October 30, I'm going to read this line again. I'm going to read this line again. They will hide in caves in the rocky hills or dig holes in the ground to try to escape from the Lord's anger and to hide from the power and his glory. When this was? October 30th, 2 minutes to 11. When we never have no prime minister, we never have no leader of the opposition, we never have no judge, we never have no police, we never have no lawyer, we never have no nurse, we never have no doctor, we never have no gunman, we never have no shutter, we never have no chopper. Everyone was running under a table or a desk or a bed or a tree, right? Saying that they're running from the power of the Almighty when he shook Jamaica. On the 30th of October 2023, every man, right? The judge forget that they were there judging. When they realize that they have a greater judge over them, right? The police will realize that they were just being arrested by the Almighty, the owner of the earth. Right? So where they were running to. And he said, if you run to the rock going to need a hiding place for himself. If you're running at the sea, right, it'll go worse. And if you dwell in the uttermost part of the sea, it shall be worse. Where were you running to? Eh? If you don't want to run, don't wicked. Don't be arrogant. Don't be a Nebuchadnezzar. Right? Live clean. Live clean. Live clean. Love one another. Respect one another. Right? Respect is the word. Don't bad mind you one another. Right? And I thank everyone who give this lesson. I'm gonna be more frequent with these lessons. I promise you. I'm gonna be more frequent with these lessons. Right? It's a matter of just being reluctant. Not that I don't have it. I do have it, but I just sometimes reluctant in doing it. Right? So I promise you from now on that you will be getting these lessons in a 60-minute span. We're going to take up this. We are going to finish this, and I will notify you when we are going to take it from verse 12 to the end. Tychicus, your revelator, they're now calling him the organic man. Yes, man. Yes, Zulu. I'm certainly gonna. It is my job to make the people aware of their situation. They must be aware of their situation. Remember in Ezekiel 33, if the watchman don't watch the city and now tell the people them say the enemy are come, remember say them blood are going to dip on my shoulder. Right? So me no want the blood of Jamaican people is on my shoulder. So I'm so happy for the internet, so I can stay here instead of going in the marketplace. Right? And instead of walk up and we can stay in my little cabin and just give you the word. The world is hearing me. I thank you very much. I'm out.